issue of debentures. Under this topic, we will be studying about the provisions as per Companies Act 2013. The provisions related to the issue of debentures. Let us now understand the provisions for issue of debentures as per Companies Act 2013. No voting rights. Debenture holders are the creditors of the company. Therefore, these creditors do not have any voting rights. But if it is going to affect their interest, that is, the interest and the repayment of the principal, at that time they do have exceptional voting rights. Types of debentures. All types of debentures can be issued by a company. It can issue secured or unsecured debentures, fully or partly convertible debentures, or non-convertible debentures. But when it has to issue convertible debentures, a special resolution has to be passed in the annual general meeting. All debentures are redeemable, that is, they have to be repaid back after a certain period of time. Payment of interest and redemption. A company has to redeem back the principal amount as per the terms and conditions mentioned in the prospectus while issuing the debentures. The interest has to be paid at a fixed date itself. The company cannot avoid payment of this interest even if the company is going in losses. Debenture certificate. Debenture certificate is an acknowledgement issued when the company is going to issue the debentures to the debenture holders. These debenture certificates contain the details about the debenture holder, the number of debentures purchased, when purchased, the interest payable, and if they belong to any particular type of debenture. This debenture certificate has to be given within 6 months of the issue of debentures. Create debenture redemption reserve. A debenture redemption reserve is a reserve created for the repayment of debentures. These debentures have to be repaid out of this debenture redemption reserve. And for this purpose, the company has to create this debenture redemption reserve out of the profits that it has made for the payment of dividend. So these debentures have to be repaid as per the company's Share Capital and Debentures Amendment Rules 2019. So these debentures have to be repaid as per the rules mentioned in it. Appointment of debenture trustees. When a company issues prospectus or invites more than 500 people to invest, a debenture trust deed is prepared. This trust deed is prepared between the company and the trustees of the company. The trustees might be the banks, financial institutions, or any such organizations who are entitled to become as debenture trustees. The debenture trust deed is prepared and it contains the terms and regulations regarding the issue of the debentures. These debenture trustees, they protect the interest of the debenture holders. That is, if the company is unable to repay the debentures, the company trust deed is being utilized here and the debenture trustees sell off the assets and repay these debenture holders. Debenture trustees can approach NCLT, that is, the National Company Law Tribunal. The debenture trustees, if at all they are unable to repay the debentures, at that time they can approach the NCLT, and if the company defaults in repayment of this principal amount and in the interest, the NCLT looks into this concept and the NCLT then directs the company to repay the principal amount or interest. If they are unable to repay, the company may be closed down and the repayment will be done. Impose restrictions. Whenever the trustees feel that there is insufficient to repayment of these deposits, it then approaches the NCLT. That is, when the debenture trustees observe that there is insufficient money to repay back the principal amount of these debentures, they approach the NCLT. The NCLT then inform the company that they cannot further again issue debentures, and they formally have to first repay those debentures which have been issued. Only then they will be allowed to issue new debentures. Punishment for contravention of provision or the Companies Act. So, if the company it is unable to fulfill any of these provisions for the issue of debentures as per the Companies Act, at that time every officer that is related to this debentures, issue of the debentures, that person will have to pay a fine, or there will be an imprisonment. And so this will be as per mentioned in the Companies Act. So these are the provisions related to the issue of debentures.